Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode with Zeus Gaming UK. Today we're going to be looking specifically at Twitch and how we can put panels, whether they be custom made panels completely free, whether they're paid for or whether we download them, and we'll go through the different options and where you can find those, onto our Twitch like I mentioned, into our About Me, just to give your profile that little bit more uniqueness and people can then know where to find you on your various other social media platforms. As always guys, if you don't mind helping out, please drop a like on the video and a subscribe down below so you get a notification every time I upload one of these new videos in my how-to series. Of course, you'll also find me streaming on Twitch, so please check out the little animation hopefully that you're seeing now. Come across and say hello next time I go live. Make sure you drop that follow and make sure you've got the bell turned on, so again you get the notification as soon as I go live. For all of my other socials, I have one easy click link, which is my link tree appearing on screen now, and then I'll also link that in the bio and description below for you. We're going to be using a website that we've spoken about previously on my how-to video series, and that's Canva. If you haven't already got an account, it's completely free. You don't need to pay for the premium subscription service. Just sign up for the free one. I'm going to flip my screen over to that website now, and you can join and follow along as soon as you've got yourself signed in. Whether you're logging back in to an existing account that you already have, or you're signing up and logging in for the very first time, once you've completed either of those steps, this is where you're going to end up. What we're going to need you to do is go to the top right to create a design. And what we want to do is go 320 by 80 is what I would recommend. Once you've got that, hit create new design, and you're going to be given a template that looks something like this. Now, the reason why we go 320 is because Twitch will scale the width of anything that you do to that 320. So it's pointless making it bigger, because when it goes into Twitch, it's either going to be dragged smaller, which is going to push everything you've done kind of out of sync and size, or stretch. So 320 by 80 is what I'd recommend. Now that will give you a panel-esque kind of view like you see at the moment, so more slimline. If you want to make them square, which a lot of people do on Twitch, you can just go for a 320 by 320. And that's by doing exactly the same process that we just did, which is going create design, and then in the length as well as the width, put in 320. I prefer the panel kind of design, so that's what we're going to work with. You've got a couple of options and things you can do here. Whether you select a background that are some of the free ones that you have that you can use and lay things over, whether you decide that you just want to use a block color. If you don't want to go completely original and design your own from scratch, what you can do is come over here to templates in the top left hand corner, and there are absolutely dozens of completely and utterly free, very simple, very easy to use templates that you can put in just by clicking, and then come across and change the information to whatever you see fit. We can move things about, we can delete what we don't need, we can change the wording on certain things. So whatever you want to do by using these, you can. We can obviously customize any colors using the menu up here, and we can get quite creative with it all. Finding one that really works well for us and stands out, and I guess works for the brand and the things that we are trying to create. Remember guys, I did release a video right at the beginning of this series talking about branding, and if you haven't watched that yet, I really would suggest that you did. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to create one from scratch, and I'm going to go into elements, I'm going to go into shapes, I'm going to take the square, I'm going to put that over the right hand side, and I'm going to drag that to fit the entire screen. This color behind, I'm going to take kind of a soft yellow, and then the square I'm going to change to orange. I'm going to make this panel about my YouTube, and because I've used it recently, it's here. But what you can do, if you haven't done what I've done and used this quite a lot, you can just type in the word of the thing you're looking for. It will bring you all the variations. If you're looking for one without this little crown, because those are the paid for ones, I'm going to use this because this is exactly fine for what I'm looking at. I'm going to bring that over here, resize that, and then in this bit, I'm just going to insert some text by going to the text menu, make this into a heading, and type YouTube. I'm then just going to resize this, so this is exactly how I want it to be. I want that to be pretty much a full screen like so. and then use the keys, the up, down, left, right arrows on my keypad, on my keyboard, to get that exactly where I want it. What you could then do, if you really wanted, is to try and maybe reflect some of the colours that you've got over here in this to link them in. I think that actually I really want it to stand out, so the quite bold black font would work well for what I need here. At this stage, all we're going to do is hit download, download again. It's going to do its thing. It's going to ask if we want to pay. We really don't in this instance. And my file that I'm going to need to use has come down here. By clicking the arrow and go show in folder, it will show the location so we know where it is when we need to use it next. So once we've done that, we're going to head across to Twitch, because this is what we're specifically looking at today. We're going to click on our logo in the top right. We're going to go channel. We're going to hit about. We're going to scroll down a little bit till we've got edit panels. We're going to scroll down a little bit more. Obviously, you probably won't have all of these. These are my ones that I've already pre-made and inserted. We're going to go to add image. You do have the ability to click and drop. So if it's still here on your desktop, you can just click, drag and drop. If you don't, hopefully you've remembered the file path and you can just find that. Because of the sizes that I've already discussed and spoken to you about, it's going to auto crop it to the right size. And when we drop it in by hitting done, it's going to fit exactly how we want it to. At this stage, I wouldn't suggest you need a panel title because we want to keep things looking quite sleek. What we are going to do is link something here. So at this stage, we're going to want to head across to the relevant channel that we're using. So for me, this is my YouTube. I'm going to get my URL so the guys come straight through from here to here even by hitting Control C. I'm then going to jump back to Twitch, Control V that, submit that in. Give it a second. Now if we take off edit, there we go. So quite simple, easy to do. You can obviously get really as customizable as you choose to here. It's something that doesn't take very long at all, and you can create them for all of your socials, your rules, your support me, links to your shop, merchandise, anything else in between. And then by just simply now clicking on that banner, it will take us straight to the link that we've already inserted. All you would do at this stage is repeat that process over and over again until you're happy with the result and you have all of the panels in place that you want. What you'll find that some people do is actually make the sizes that we spoke about 320 by 320. What that would enable you to do is potentially have a title at the top, so you'd put some kind of wording across the top, and then you could insert a text box below and write everything out. That just means that if you did want some text on your profile, you can ensure that everything is symmetrical, all in squares, all by 320 by 320, and you can insert those individually across your profile. For me, I kind of prefer the look of the panels, so that's what I've gone for. But lo and behold, who knows, I may well change it up at a later date. We did also mention in the beginning of this video about some of the paid for and the other versions of the ones that you can download. So let's have a quick look where we can get those from now. At this stage, what we do is head back to our web browser. The one that I'd recommend that you start on and have a little look at is Nerd or Die. You've heard me speak about this in my previous videos, and we go through, click onto Twitch, let it do its thing and upload, and now we have a whole host here of overlays and all bits in between. Now, let's have a little look at this Overdrive package, mainly because I got an email about it the other day saying it was brand new, so let's check this out. So if you're doing these steps that we're doing at the moment, you may not want all these singing, dancing packages and everything else in between. If you are looking for something like this, then you know what, Nerd or Die isn't a bad place to go. What it was that I was actually looking for though, was these panels for this specific video. Now, this is telling me that it's $30, but that's for everything. If I don't want that, what I can just do is get the panels. But to work out what I need to buy to do that, I'd need to head down to the bottom of the page. So let's scroll down, and this will tell me what's included in every package. So all we are looking for are the panels. So have a little flick through here. So include, nope. Profile page, PSDs, overlay package, that's in. So all we would then do, and all we'd need to do, is just purchase the overlays. And that would give us everything we need, $20. Now, you can find these on various sites. You don't just need to use this one. Actually, if you head over to Stream Elements as an example, they have some really good things available by clicking onto the theme gallery here on the left-hand side. A lot of these are completely free of charge. They do ask sometimes for small donations to work towards what they're doing and what they're trying to put together. But again, these are some real viable options. They tend to be a little bit more game specific, I've noticed over here. But hey, if that works for you, or you specifically focus on one game, then all you need to do is choose the one that's going to work for you. If you are using one of these that you've paid for, it's even easier to insert. All we're going to do is head back down on our Twitch to the edit panels. We're going to go down to an available box and hit the plus, add text panel or extension file. We're going to add the image. We're going to click this and head on our folder on our desktop to where we've downloaded those images to. So if I head onto my desktop, I should have a Nerd or a Dire. I'm going to go through here. They're normally labeled something like this, which is individual files or graphic assets. For this, I've got various colors, and they always tend to be labeled as panels, and then I have everything. I'm just going to click the one I want, it auto sizes it, I hit done, and it's there, it's in for me. So you can see here for me, this is how I've done my panels for my page. Okay guys, so that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you find that helpful, and I hope that helps get your Twitch profile set up and raring to go. At the moment, you'll find me streaming on Twitch almost daily, so please head across and check me out, and I'll link that in the bio as well as on the screen right now so you guys are able to see that. As well, we have a fantastic ever-growing Discord community with lots of members that are really helpful and want to get involved and support as much as they can. So I'd welcome you to come across and join us, and I'll link that again in the bio down below. And if I'm not streaming, I'm not live, that will always be a place that you can catch me.